functions you can't judge to help decide who to hire. So I'm completely fine with incomplete teams. I much prefer them to mediocre complete teams. And usually a founder who's excellent at one thing, let's say AI algorithms, they're not going to be the best at saying who's a good marketing person or a product person or a CFO or a salesperson. And they almost always do the wrong hires. And so be really, really careful about that. We keep coming back to the team you compose. And that's what SPC has done well.
Thank you. And you've advised hundreds of founders over the years. When somebody is kind of in some ways starting off on their ideation journey, are you a fan more of top down? So hey, go identify markets you like and then kind of systematically tackle them? Or are you much more bottoms up, go start building, go start tinkering and see what kind of arises from an emergent property?
There's a time and place for both.
Okay.
I like to give the following analogy. If you go to a British roundabout, I don't mind going in circles, picking down roads to see which road to pick. Once you pick a road, you're going to end up where the road leads. So better pick which turn off the circle roundabout you pick. Boards, by the way, generally hate this. Yeah, so I'm always arguing with boards about it's too early to pick a direction. Let them explore. So there's a clear exploration phase. The key to that is really low burn rate till you decide. And then you can start executing down the path. But if you're going down the first path you think of, you're not necessarily optimizing for that or for the team you have.
I mean, we talk about this at SPC often. I think Jonathan often says this, which is, it is unlikely that the first idea that you have is the best idea you will ever have, just by math, okay? So even if you give it a little bit of time, give yourself a month, 2 months, and then even if you come back to that first idea, at least you know that you're kind of comparing it with a few other turns in the roundabout, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And so I do think there's a really important exploration phase for a company that generally is ignored and mostly not done because you get, I hate 5% companies focusing on ARR. I'm doing 100 ARR. Well, it's 10K. You could get your father to buy 10K worth of stuff. Focus on where you want to go in 5 years and then work backwards to where you want to start because you have to do both. And be willing to change your mind and iterate. One of my favorites I advise people is don't make a plan, but plan to plan. What does that mean? Every 3 months, you can change your plan or tack right or tack left, like in sailing. What's important about making a plan is identifying the variables that you think are currently important. And as you learn more, new things get added to variables that are important in your head, and some get dropped. And you iterate that way. And this is where having the right team, having the right culture of debate is so important. If people in your team think you know it all and are afraid to disagree, you're not going to get that input, especially early on.
Okay.